Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So the States, man, they just keep getting scammed out of crypto. They keep making it harder and harder. They got companies like BlackRock ready to go, ready to jump in the scene, making all kinds of moves in DeFi. But the United States, companies just don't want to touch the States. They don't want to operate in the States. They don't want to offer anything in the States. It's getting ridiculous. But first, for you Cardano people, there's a scam alert right now for Ajax token. On February 9th, 2023, an airdrop campaign was being promoted on Twitter. Malefactors announced that SingularityNet organized a token airdrop for its AGI asset. In fact, AGI was rebranded as AGIX over a year ago, so be careful. The scammers created a Linktree landing page that closely mimics the original SingularityNet's one. They use real videos by the founders of SingularityNet and Cardano's ADA Input-Output Global, but the page is linked to a phishing site. It asks visitors to bind their wallets on both Cardano and Ethereum blockchains, which of course cannot be achieved through a single smart contract, so please be careful, people. There is no airdrop for SingularityNet. Just watch out. Alright, so here's the article, BlackRock ETF. There's a token for that. A Swiss company is offering a token tied to a BlackRock ETF that tracks hundreds of big American tech stocks, but you can't get the token in America. Man. It's frustrating, right? The States just keep getting denied all this access to great technology and great innovation to make the world 24/7 and smooth and instantaneous peer-to-peer. They just don't want that. The integration of real-world assets, or RWAs, into the world of DeFi has been one of the hottest narratives so far in 2023. And I'm not saying trust BlackRock either, anybody. And emerging just in time to meet the red-hot trend head-on as a crypto startup looking to soak up the interest. This week, Switzerland-based backed finance launched a tokenized version of a BlackRock ETF, CSPX. That includes tons of big names like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, and 496 other large American companies. The token is called BCSPX and runs on Ethereum as an ERC20 token. The token is backed one-to-one by shares of those stocks, and the shares are held by a licensed custodian, which is pretty good, according to Backed. And insofar as it runs on Ethereum, that means it can hypothetically interact with a whole host of DeFi applications, leading to some pretty innovative ideas like, for example, minting MakerDAO's decentralized stablecoin DAI using a stock index as collateral. And it's not just the S&P 500 either. Based on the project's marketing materials, the expectation is to onboard additional public securities under a regulatory framework that takes a page from Switzerland's Distributed Ledger Technology Act. In terms of who can get a hold of these tokens, it looks like there's three kinds of users. The first is professional investors and exchange platforms that may want to offer the token to clients. The second is KYC'd token owners who are also interested in redeeming the underlying asset. A key feature should the token be depegged from the price of the underlying asset, like Grayscale's GBTC product. Oh, putting shame on them. And KYC is like know your customer. That's pretty much giving up your ID. And the third is everyone else on the market. The last. Well, almost everyone. You can't get the token in the United States, likely a decision by Backed Finance to avoid having to navigate the SEC's choppy regulatory waters right now. That's for sure. Man, people are scared of that staking ruling. Well, it's not even a ruling, they just told them to stop. And they paid it and said, yes, sir. There's another hurdle to overcome too. When the product was initially launched, a Uniswap pool was seeded with enough liquidity for folks to get started trading BCSPX. But now, Uniswap's interface indicates that the backed new token is unsupported because it may not work well with the smart contracts, or we, Uniswap, are unable to allow trading for legal reasons. Tokens that fall under this list and don't have caution or warning next to them are manually curated by Uniswap Labs. Of course, this may not be the biggest issue. If you're an American citizen living in the United States, you likely won't need a product like this. You can just head over to Fidelity or another broker and scoop up your fill there. True enough? But I like it doing it yourself, right? Third man is not cool. I don't like DeFi is where it's at. You get in, you get out. It's just a protocol running on the internet. That's all we want. Unfortunately, it means that American traders won't get to enjoy speedy swaps between, say, Apple stock and Circle's USDC. They may also get left behind should assets like BCSPX become deeply integrated in other DeFi apps. Still, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink doesn't sound concerned about that. In December, the finance executive declared that the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities, will be tokenization of securities. That I believe in. I can see that. Why not, right? On the blockchain. I assure you though, it all won't be transparent. So they're gonna have like their own little blockchain setup where they're doing things behind the scenes and nobody can see what's going on. Centralize it, control it. That's the game. But anyway, so BlackRock ETF. Wow. It's big news when like one of the world's largest companies is just like totally loving DeFi and getting into crypto per se. That's like amazing. They probably just have their own agenda, but don't we all? But man, this can be contagious for the whole entire industry. But at the same time, the plan is the same, right? They cannot have all the power. Things have to change. We have to stay on top of this, make sure things are decentralized, and we get Bitcoin and we kind of screw them in that respect, right? Because they can't use our money against us. So if we hold some of that chunk of power, they can't make or do anything that they want to do. They have to kind of like, oh, can we borrow some money? And then we can be the bank. All right, think about it. This is the crypto realm. Play hard, trade smart.